Oh my god, is this a 3:2 laptop? It's been ages I've seen something like this. Hey guys, this is Vimal here and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a brand new laptop to show you all. See, you guys have been asking in my other laptop videos in the comment section like, hey Vimal, can you show us a mid-range category laptop that is good for both college as well as on-the-go work kind of usage? So I was getting these sort of comments and I decided that, hey, why not? I'll definitely do this sort of laptop video for you people. See, since this whole COVID situation has started, most of you people have been doing work from home only, right? And there is no question of going to office yet, and I don't know how long this is going to proceed. So a lot of you people were planning on buying brand new laptops or maybe upgrading from their older gen laptops, and I have like a very interesting laptop to show you all in this video. So this is Acer's brand new laptop, guys, the Swift 3, and it's powered by Intel's newest 11th gen CPUs and packs some really nice features. First thing is, guys, the display. It's got a very unique 3:2 display. We'll get there in a moment. I'll tell you what's special about that once we get started with the video. And after keeping that aside, it's powered by Intel's brand new 11th gen Tiger Lake i5 CPU and also has Intel's Iris Xe graphics, guys. So it's got some really cool features. And today in this video, we're going to unbox and check out this laptop. So let's get started. So the Acer's new Swift 3 laptop comes in this sort of box packaging. Packaging looks very simple, like a cardboard box with the Acer logo on the front, and at the top you've got the Intel Inside logo. And going to the back, we've got the specs of the product. The model of the laptop we'll be reviewing today is the Swift SF313. This is powered by the newest Intel's 11th gen CPU, guys, the i5, which is a 1135G7 variant. It's a 4-core 8-thread CPU and has Iris Xe graphics. It's got 8 gigs of RAM on board and 512 GB of PCIe Gen 3 storage. So those were the specs. Now let's quickly get started with the unboxing. So on opening it, we've got our brand new Swift 3 laptop at the top, and it comes packed like this. This is available in only one color for now, guys, which is the silver color variant. Keeping that aside, you've got some paperwork, which is a manual and a warranty card, and there's also a power adapter for charging and a mains cord for the adapter. So these were all the stuff we got in the package. Now let's finally have a look at our brand new Swift 3 laptop from Acer. So this is how Acer's brand new Swift 3 Intel 11th gen laptop looks like. The first thing you'll notice as soon as you unbox it is the form factor, guys. Like, it's got a very different squarish kind of form factor, unlike the usual wide laptops that you would see. That is because of the display. We'll come to the display part in a moment. And as you can see, it's got a very minimalistic yet classic looking design. The entire finish is in silver. The color is called as a sparkling silver and looks pretty decent. So as I've told you guys, it's completely made of aluminum and is having only one silver finish all over the body with the Acer logo at the center. And if you talk about the build quality is pretty solid. As I've told you just now, entirely constructed out of aluminum and is quite lightweight to carry. Weighs only around like 1.19 kg. So, you can easily take it anywhere and do your work on the go. Now what I'll do is I'll just give you all a closer look at all the connectivity ports available on it, and then we'll talk about that. So on the left side, you've got some ports over here. There's a DC in port, a HDMI port, a USB port, and also a Type-C port that supports Thunderbolt 4.0 as well. So that is pretty nice. There is nothing on the front side, as you can see. And on the right side over here, you've got some more ports which include a 3.5mm audio port for both the headphones and the microphone. Beside that, you've got a regular USB port and some LED indicators like a power indicator and a battery charging indicator, and lastly a Kensington lock. Going to the back side, this is how it looks like. There's nothing over here. And here's how the bottom side of the laptop looks like. Again, complete silver finish. You've got some vents to let the heat escape from the bottom side, some rubber foot pads on all the corners, and you see these two grills on the lower bottom corners. Well, these are the speakers, guys. It's got stereo speakers that are powered by DTS. So that is pretty much it, guys. Our complete overview on the design and the build quality. And wait a second, I haven't told you about the RAM and the storage thing, right? It's got 8 gigs of RAM on board, but the thing is the RAM on it is not upgradable, guys. So you only have one RAM slot. And if you talk about the storage, it's got 512 GB PCIe NVMe SSD that you can easily upgrade by opening this bottom panel. Now what I'll do is I'll just quickly open the laptop and give you all a closer look at the interiors and show you how it looks like. Thing is, you can't open the laptop single-handed, guys. You'll definitely have to use both your hands to open the laptop. And there you go. This is how the Acer Swift 3 laptop looks like. The first thing you'll observe is the display. It's got a very unique 3:2 form factor display, and Acer is calling it as a VertiView display, guys. It's got a 13.5-inch Quad HD display. That means it's got resolution higher than Full HD. To be exact, the resolution is 2256 by 1504, and it's an IPS LED backlit display with 100% sRGB color gamut. We'll talk about the display at a later part in the video. Now, if you can observe, the bezels on the display are also very thin on the sides and the top, and the bottom bezel is slightly bit thicker with the Acer branding at the center. The laptop definitely has a webcam, guys, at the top side. It's a 720p HD webcam. So there you go. You can even use it for your online conferences, meetings, and stuff like that. So that was about the upper half section. Now going to the lower half section, on the hinge you'll notice the Swift branding. And one good thing I have to tell you about it is the hinge on it is pretty solid. I didn't face any sort of flex on it. And you can open the laptop up to 180 degrees like this. Pretty awesome, right? So that's it. And here's how the keyboard and the trackpad on it looks like. It's got a white LED backlit chiclet keyboard and also a large touchpad just below that. So what I'll do is I'll give you guys a closer look at the keyboard and tell you about the experience and comfort while using it. The Swift 3 has a pretty nice keyboard that feels quite comfortable while using it. Palm rest is also nice, and the quality of the keys used is also pretty good. They feel tactile and clicky, and not to forget, it's white LED backlit, right? So you can easily turn the backlighting on or off using the F8 function key. But one thing I have to mention is the keyboard doesn't have a dedicated number pad, and also the arrow keys on the bottom right feels a bit crammed up together because they're tightly organized. Keeping that aside, everything else is fine. Now moving on to the touchpad. This is one massive touchpad, guys. The biggest touchpad I've seen in the recent times on any laptop or notebooks which I've covered on our channel. The touchpad quality is pretty good. It's a glass covered touchpad and easily recognizes all my finger movements and gestures. No issues over there. I face no sorts of dead zones also, and has integrated left and right click buttons, and the buttons also felt tactile and clicky. And not to forget, the laptop also has an integrated active fingerprint reader, so that is also pretty helpful. Now what I'll do is I'll tell you about the display and the display quality. So at the beginning of this video, I've told you that the display on this laptop is a bit unique, right? That is because it has a 13.5-inch 3:2 aspect ratio form factor, guys. That means it's not the usual 16:9 display that you see on most of the laptops. It's got a very different 3:2 aspect ratio, and Acer is calling it as VertiView display, guys. So in this form factor display, you get like 18% higher vertical space on the screen, and this can be quite useful for certain category of people. See, 3:2 displays have their own pros and cons. So first, let me tell you, a lot of people, especially who are like software engineers or maybe who go to college, who do a lot of text editing and these sort of stuff, right? These people can be greatly benefited by this sort of displays. That is because when you have higher vertical viewing space, you can at a time see a lot of information on the screen. That means you don't need to keep scrolling constantly to check out the whole thing. If you're a software developer, you can at a time see the whole code without having to go up and down using scroll button, guys. So that is one really nice thing. But talking about the disadvantages is it's not that great for media viewing or binging movies on it, guys. That is because it's not 16:9, right? So when you watch a movie or maybe Netflix series, you are bound to experience like black stripes on the top and bottom of the display. Keeping that aside, I have to tell you the display on this laptop is awesome. One of the best looking displays I've seen on a notebook or a laptop around this price range. It's got a 13.5-inch IPS LED backlit Quad HD resolution display with 100% sRGB color gamut. There's great amount of detail, guys. Text on it looks sharp and crisp because of that higher resolution. Great for text editing and these sort of stuff. And if you ask about the colors look rich, vibrant, and just pop out on the display thanks to that IPS panel. And the brightness is also really high, guys. It's got 400 nits of brightness, and the display can be really bright and great for usage even in outdoors. I had no issues using it in both indoor and outdoor situations. And if you talk about the dynamic range is also pretty nice. It's got great amount of detail in both highlights as well as shadow areas. The only thing I would say is the display is not anti-glare coated, so you'll definitely see a bit of reflections while using it in certain situations. Keeping that aside, let me tell you about the audio. As mentioned before, guys, it's got stereo down firing speakers that is powered by DTS surround sound technology, and to be honest, honest, I was not that impressed with the speakers on this laptop. See, the sound quality was decent only. It was producing great clarity with minimum distortion, but the problem was with the output. The audio output was not that high, guys. It was like very minimum and was not offering that enjoyable experience while watching movies or maybe Netflix series. Good morning, guys. This is Vimal here, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are having a great Sunday, and today is special for me because it's my birthday. Yes, and I'm all in complete party mood, guys. And as a birthday gift from you people, I want you to hit that subscribe button so that we can hit 7 lakh followers soon on the channel. I know this is a part you all have been waiting for, so let me tell you about the performance. The all-new Swift 3 is powered by Intel's newest 11th gen Tiger Lake i5 1135G7, which is a 4-core 8-thread CPU with a base clock frequency of 2.39 GHz and a max turbo boost frequency of up to 4.19 GHz, and comes with Iris Xe graphics. First of all, I have to tell you that the Swift 3 is Intel Evo certified laptop. Only a few laptops that meet certain criteria are eligible for this Evo badge, and if your model has this, it means that you can expect consistent responsiveness, instant wake from sleep, long battery life of minimum 9 hours with fast charging support, and it also supports Wi-Fi 6 and Thunderbolt 4.0 next gen connectivity support. So it's a pretty nice machine for the price. The 11th gen i5 offers great performance on a day-to-day usage. It's fast, responsive, can handle multiple Chrome tabs without any sweat, and I had no issues doing a bit of photo editing as well on Adobe Photoshop. For a typical college student or an office goer, this laptop will easily get your job done. It's not a dedicated gaming laptop, I would say, but yes, you can do some casual gaming at its native Quad HD resolution thanks to the all-new Iris Xe graphics. Iris Xe is almost 2 times more powerful than Intel's previous gen built-in UHD graphics. You can play most of the light casual games like CSGO, Rocket League, and GTA 5 also at native resolution with decent frame rates. Just have a look at this gameplay so you guys will get an idea. Not bad, right? At Quad HD resolution with the graphics set to normal, we were getting an average frame rate of around 40 FPS. If you lower down the resolution to 1080p, then you can easily maintain a consistent 60 FPS frame rate. Talking about the noise and the thermals, thermal performance was great. I didn't face any sort of heating issues on my unit, and the noise levels were also very minimum. I could barely hear anything during my usage. Now coming to the battery life. The battery life on this laptop was decent, but I was actually expecting a bit more out of it. On a typical kind of usage like watching videos on YouTube with the brightness set to 70%, a bit of text editing and slight Photoshop, I was getting around 7 to 8 hours of battery life. If you play games on it, then the battery life was reduced to only around 4 to 5 hours. But the good part is, the laptop also supports fast charging, so you can quickly top up the level. Well guys, that was my in-depth review on Acer's new Swift 3 Intel 11th gen laptop. It's got good build quality, lightweight and portable, great display with excellent color reproduction, and offers satisfactory performance. Now you people will have to decide if this 3:2 display is useful for you in your day-to-day usage or not. To clear your confusion, I can tell that it's great for office or programming kind of work, but not that recommendable if you're buying it for media entertainment or gaming type of usage. The laptop costs around 64,999 rupees in India. I'll just leave a link to that in the description box below. You can check it out there. So that's it for today. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more awesome videos. And I'll see you all in my next one.